Hello, welcome to a new episode of Mostly Engineering, and today we take care of our electronics kit. So, welcome to the workbench, and here we have my old soldering station, what I recently replaced with this neat little smart soldering iron, and this will completely replace the soldering station because it has lots more functionality. And here we have the heating element directly in the tip. So this one gets hot much quicker than this one. This one can hold the temperature much better. And on the powering side, we have DC or USB-C. And over USB, we can also power the power bank and be truly mobile. So all in all, a much better package. And if you see just the form factor of it, it's different like day and night. But getting a new soldering iron also got me thinking that I need a better storage solution for all my electronics kit, because at the moment the soldering kit lives in a lunchbox like so, and this is a somewhat neat solution, but the rest of the electronics kit lives mostly in an old shoebox, and this definitely have seen better days, and it's not really ideal. So what I want to do is build an electronics kit, so a toolbox where we have the power supply built in, and each tool has its neat little place, so that we can just grab the toolbox and go to set or the workshop or wherever we need to go, and we knew all the electronics tools we need are in that box and ready to go. So that's what we are going to do with this series. And before we can start with the box itself, there's still one piece of equipment missing, and that's a little fume extractor, so that we don't have to breathe in all this soldering fumes. And this is what we are going to build today. So, and here we have all the components we will need for the fume extractor. So the heart will be this PC cooling fan, and this one has the highest air volume I could find in this form factor. Then we have the 3D printed housing. So the center two parts will hold the fan, and then the outside parts will hold the filters of activated charcoal, and will just magnetically attach to the housing so that the filters are easily replaceable. And lastly, we got this USB-C board, and depending on which pads we solder together, we can request different voltages and currents over USB-C power delivery, and that allows us to plug the fume extractor directly in the power supply we will use for the soldering iron, and the one we will have in our electronic toolkit. So you see, it's as simple as it gets. So let's give it some color and then put everything together. So, and here we have our finished Fume Extractor. Now, truth be told, this is version 2 and not the one you saw on the build montage. The first one had two major problems. So first, the 3D printed parts got warped a little bit, and by the time I sanded it out, the fan was too big to fit anymore. So we had a large gap in between here, and also the filter holders weren't attached as strongly as I wished for. So I tweaked the parts a little bit, tweaked the print settings, and then we had a much nicer fit. Not that it really mattered because I decided to fill and sand the gap anyway. But on the filter side, we now have two magnets and one is sticking out slightly. And here we have a recess, and next to the magnetic connection, we also have a mechanical connection, and now the filter holders are holding on much better than before. For the painting, I used some acrylic paints from Tamiya, so this is really nice subtle blue. Then I gloss coated it and afterwards put in some orange oil paint. And the advantage of this technique is that when you paint all the recesses, you don't really have to be very careful. You can actually paint it in really sloppy. Then you let it dry a little bit. And after this, you come in with a cotton swab or a cloth, dampen in a little bit of oil paint thinner, and you just wipe the excess off cleanly. So the color only stays in the recess. And this is a really nice, easy painting technique, especially for this really fine details over here. And another advantage of this is that if you are not too careful, a little bit of the orange pigment stays behind and gives this really nice aged effect. So it really looks a little bit like a piece of equipment that maybe NASA engineer used on the Apollo program, except for the USB-C port. But I really dig this look, and now there's only one question left, and this is if it works. So let's put it down, plug it in, and we see the fan is going. And let's take our soldering iron and a little bit of solder, and you see the fumes are going directly into our filter, and nothing visible is coming out. Oh, really nice. So that thing works. I have to stress that this doesn't really mean that the air outside the bag is 100% clean. I mean, there's a reason why professional fume extractors use HEPA filters as well. But the air is definitely cleaner, and the big advantage is now the fumes are getting directed away from our face as we solder. So really nice. I'm really pleased with the results, and on this note, it's time to end the show. So if you have questions, comments, as always, let them down below, and I try to answer them as quickly and correctly as possible. And all that's left to say now is thanks for watching, and see you at the next time. Bye bye.